Where did you get hurt?
I don't know.
Are you shot? Are you stabbed?
I'm sorry.
You're shot?
This is Benjamin Lloyd Cloer, bleeding at the doorstep of his neighbor's house after being shot by a man he has never even met. And this is the man who shot him, Winford Trey Adams, a deputy sheriff with Madison County.
Tonight I lost a life. Tonight I probably lost my land.
Something happened that night that turned a well-respected police officer into a cold-blooded killer. And as officers immediately rushed to the location, they had no idea that Benjamin wouldn't be the only victim in need of rescue.
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun! Put the gun on the ground!
Around 6:48 p.m. on the evening of November 10th, 2019, emergency lines in Athens, Clark County, Georgia received an urgent call from a woman who had just witnessed her friend being shot.
Athens, Clark County 911, what is your emergency? Do you need an ambulance? Okay, what has happened? Were you involved in an accident?
But before she could provide any details, dispatch received another call, this time from the shooter himself.
Athens, Clark County 911.
Yes, ma'am. I'm at 64 or 6340 on Jefferson Road. I just shot somebody.
You're 6340 Old Jefferson?
No, 6340, I believe.
What's your name?
My name is Trey Adams.
At this point, dispatchers have no clear picture of what is unfolding at the address. But they know one thing. The woman who called them is in serious danger and could be the killer's next victim. As officers immediately race to the scene to reach her, the dispatcher does everything that she can to guide the woman to safety and keep her out of the suspect's sight.
All right, has anybody been shot? Has anybody hurt?
I just heard a gunshot!
Yes, ma'am. Can you get into a safe place?
There is no safe. I don't know where to go. I'm in my car. I'm in my car. What do I do?
Okay, ma'am, where are you right now? Try not to talk as low as you possibly can. Where are you at 6340? Are you where you can get inside of a car and leave? Ma'am, they're coming as quickly as they can. Ma'am, what color shirt and pants is he wearing?
He's not wearing a shirt, but he's wearing jeans.
But as officers flood the area, they have no idea that this is only the beginning of a twisted case that will unfold throughout the night.
Drop the gun, sir! Sir, drop the gun! Just drop the gun! Just drop the gun! Just drop the gun! And we can talk! Drop the gun and we can talk!
I'm gonna probably kill myself.
No,
Central
just
side,
drop
stand by.
the gun and walk the gun!
I'm gonna probably kill myself.
No, just no! Get another gun! Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Put it down! Drop it! Do not go in the house!
Please help him. Please, I'm going in here.
We can't help you if you don't drop the gun!
Go inside!
Then drop the gun and we can talk!
For now, when the suspect steps back into the house despite repeated commands, officers shift their focus to getting the woman to safety immediately. And what she will have to share will spark another sense of urgency among the officers.
Ma'am, come to us. Come to us. Is anyone else in that car?
Oh, but my son is bleeding over
Okay.
there.
Your son is over here? Is there anyone else over here?
Oh, my friend is bleeding out. Where?
Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
I'm going this. Y'all got him?
In the meantime, backup squads arrived within minutes, but they didn't know the exact kind of horror that they were walking into. The officers split up into two teams. While one stayed back to keep an eye on the suspect, another urgently went looking for the victim, hoping to find him alive.
Where did you get hurt?
I don't know.
Are you shot? Are you stabbed?
I'm sorry.
You're shot? Okay, is that the only shot, sir?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, hey, stay with us, okay?
Okay.
All right? What we got?
One shot to the abdomen.
Okay. Was it a shotgun?
No,
Okay. A pistol? Who shot? Who? There's the guy with the shotgun. Is that who shot you?
Trey shot me.
Trey?
Trey.
Okay. All right. What's your name? Tell me again. Lloyd.
Benjamin.
Benjamin Lloyd. Benjamin's your first name?
Yeah.
All right, Benjamin. How old are you?
26.
26. Who lives here with you?
So he's not here.
He's not here.
Now, while 26-year-old Benjamin Lloyd Cloer remains alert and responsive, officers know that his life is hanging by a thread, and so they move quickly to get the paramedics to him. But they aren't the only ones focused on his condition. In a shocking turn, 911 receives another call from the shooter.
Athens County 911.
Hey, this is the guy that, I know they're probably saying it's a standoff, but it's not. I don't want to hurt any of them, and I'm not going to.
You're not going to do what?
I'm not going to hurt any of the officers outside. I just need to know, is the guy okay?
I'm not sure right now.
Is there any way I can speak to somebody outside directly?
Okay, the only way you can speak to somebody outside, you're going to have to come out and speak with them. But you
That's a lie, because y'all can transmit it all to the officer's phone.
So far, the only detail that the officers have about the suspect is that he's called Trey. But before Trey stepped into the house, he shared a quick detail about his profession that unsettled them.
I'm a cop.
Drop the...
Deputy Sheriff.
Then drop the gun and we can talk!
And once the woman they rescued starts volunteering more information about her relationship with Trey, it turns the entire case on its head.
I can't tell if it was a door.
There's somebody that can talk him out because that's my husband. And this was...
How do you know the guy who shot you?
I'm friends with his wife.
Friends with his wife? Okay.
His wife.
Okay. All right, where's the pistol?
I don't know.
Did he had that? Joe, he's got a pistol as well. This isn't a shotgun wound.
It's clear that the three of them know each other, and that Benjamin is friends with Trey's wife. But officers are still trying to piece together what could have led Trey, a deputy sheriff, to shoot Benjamin and then threaten to take his own life. Just as these questions begin to cloud the officers on scene, Trey steps out and has more concerning details to share.
Trey! Put the gun down and come out!
Y'all know Sergeant back up. Is he okay?
He is okay. Come out and talk and put the gun down. I understand. Just
6'9" to Hovey, he's wanting to talk.
I know I hit him.
Can y'all back up? You're right.
he is still alive. Is there anybody else in the house with you?
No, there's nobody else in here.
He still has the shotgun.
Yes, you can talk up, but I can't.
269 to units, he has the shotgun in his left hand.
Hey, Trey, I just got off the phone with Michael. He's on his way up here.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I never wanted to be this guy.
Okay. Hey, look, if you're sorry, if you mean that, that tells me that you're upstanding. We can work through it.
But the thing is, it ruined my life, and it's my fault, and I understand that. I just don't know if I want to keep going on with mine.
Okay? So you ain't made a decision. Let's talk about it.
I'm just coming out.
Okay, come on.
A background check confirms that his full name is Winford Trey Terrell Adams III, employed by the Madison County Sheriff's Office. But with Trey spiraling in guilt, negotiators struggle to get him to surrender. And just when it seems like Trey might take a horrifying step against himself, officers at the other end begin forming a plan to get him to comply. They contact Madison County's Lieutenant Jason Ring, hoping that Trey will respond to someone from his own department.
Hey, Bone, look at me, baby. I know, baby. Look. Hey, you going to come here, man.
Promise to talk to me.
Yes, you. Hey, well, how about I meet you over there in the front? You gonna do that? All right, I'm gonna walk over here.
Can we go with him?
Sir.
Given the situation, Lieutenant Ring is taking a huge leap of faith. Trey is spiraling, he's armed, and he's visibly restless. One wrong move could cost him his life.
He's cutting off my.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Good Lord, son.
I've been trying, I've been going to a therapist, I've been trying to do everything, nothing helps.
Once Trey is arrested without incident, officers move in to clear the house. But it's from here that the mystery of Benjamin's shooting that they believe they're close to solving only deepens.
I'll go with You got that? Oh, no. Hard corner right.
Hard corner left. Behind the door looks clear. Wall tracing. Cover my right in the door. Okay.
The search of the house turns up nothing, leaving officers confused about where the shooting actually happened. As Benjamin is rushed to the hospital on high priority, units at the scene begin speaking with Trey's wife, now identified as Charlotte Adams, trying to piece together what exactly led to this. But her answers begin to dismantle everything that the officers thought they understood about the case so far.
So what's the fellow's name that got shot?
Lloyd Cloer.
Lloyd? Okay.
And then
So you and Lloyd were in that White House?
Yes, that's Lloyd's.
Okay.
But Lloyd had run over there. And I didn't know he was over there. I didn't know where he was.
But he shot Lloyd in the house.
He shot Lloyd on Lloyd's porch. Trey was in the house. Lloyd was running away on the porch. And Trey shot at him 4 times.
Okay.
While he had his back turned.
Did we find out where was the guy standing when he shot him?
And Lloyd made it back to his house over here. If that's his house.
That's somebody else's.
Okay.
I don't think he even knows them.
Okay, well, he made it to that house. And okay.
Yeah. And I know Trey is such a good person. I mean, he's a Madison County Sheriff's Deputy.
Right.
He's just been a little off lately, and I was scared. And I'm trying not to give up on my friends, but I was scared because he's been acting so weird. This is not like him at all. I don't know what's wrong with him, you know?
But what deeply concerns the officers, however, is the large hole in the window of Trey's truck, consistent with a gunshot impact, along with the number of loaded firearms that were recovered from inside.
Scene over here. Yeah, he shot the neighbor from inside his truck through the window. I don't know if he just had a anger fit in the truck and busted out the window or what, but there's, I think, 3 handguns in the truck. The Glock he used is Glock 17.
He said 19.
Or 19 is on the ground by the truck's open door. That's the one he apparently used.
It doesn't point to a single intended victim, but to the possibility of multiple targets, as if Trey had set out prepared to cause far greater harm. But as officers work through more details surrounding the crime, they begin to realize that they may have gotten even the most basic facts wrong.
So female's over there talking to brother. This is the victim's house. And she was over at the victim's house.
This is the victim's house?
Yes, sir. It's not the SO guy.
That's what I think he was saying is I tracked her over here.
Yeah. So, and they were doing their thing, and then there's some that kind of goes, I don't know how clear she's thinking. She did say it came in, there was some choking and stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
So, but I know earlier you were saying it was this dude's at that.
So who was getting choked? The wife?
Yeah.
So the deputy
comes over here, tracks the wife's GPS on the cell phone, and comes over to this dude's house.
And wife and dude are in there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what he.
I think Father, she told me this was Trey's house.
That's what I thought.
At this point, the accounts are inconsistent and conflicting. As some officers transport Charlotte back to the station for questioning, another unit stays behind to speak with Trey to check on his condition and also get a sense of what he's thinking.
I'm fine with talking and fine with it being public forum.
I understand that.
But I want to make sure it's clear. I'm not difficult.
Okay,
I'm not going to be one of the asshole people y'all
no.
have to talk to. Or
listen to me. You know the only concern I have right now, and the thing that is good out of all this, I'm happy that you did not put us in a situation to have to shoot you.
I would have never.
I am also happy you did not shoot yourself. No matter what happened, no, you should not have. Nope. Listen to me. How old are you?
I think I'm 31, 32.
Okay. It ain't worth it. That's my opinion, okay? You got plenty of life left to live. Live it. That's all I got to say.
I don't know why.
Listen, hey.
Well, no, when Lieutenant showed up, I don't know why. For some reason, I didn't feel like I could do it with him here.
Good. I'm glad. Because it keeps you alive.
Now, while Trey cooperates, officers are far from understanding what led to the shooting or who is responsible for how this situation escalated. With Benjamin's life hanging by a thread now, detectives sit down with both Trey and Charlotte, starting by probing the nature of their marriage. But what they don't realize is that this very marriage is what holds the shocking key as to why Benjamin was shot.
I mean, I've tried to be so good to Trey. I've tried to live within his rules, and he scares me so bad because I know he's a good person, but he has some issues that he's struggling with. And I've been trying to help him. You know, I've been trying to not piss him off. But I just, I don't know.
Okay. I want to talk about the rules that you say he has. I want to talk about how he scares you so bad, and I want to talk about the issues you say that he's struggling with. But I kind of want to get some background, some general background first. I want to talk about each time that you felt threatened as well. Okay. That was the first time you talked about, okay?
Wow.
Has there ever been any type of physical altercations? Okay. But there has been verbal confrontations. Okay.
I guess. So I don't really feel like,
okay.
Not really. I don't know. I can't really remember anything.
Okay. You said he scares you so bad. What do you mean he scares you so bad?
It's just like his energy, like just his actions, like I haven't felt like I feel like he's always just really mad at me and like he doesn't love me and like he's just like this close to just like stab me. And I don't know what he would do if I guess now I know.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, he's stalked me before, but this is a whole new level because he literally knew where I was. He was literally outside watching and burst down the door. Like, it updates every 30 seconds, which he was telling me. Like, my GPS, because he made me share, he didn't make me, but, he requested that I share my location with him, and then he shares his location with me.
Just in general, not tonight, but just if you were going over to Lloyd's house.
Yeah, because I was going to go to Lloyd's house for like 20 minutes, get some rest, and then leave. I was about to leave. It had only been like, I don't even know how Trey got there that fast, or maybe I lost track of time.
But you knew that Trey would get upset if he knew that you were going to Lloyd's house.
Well, I told him, I thought I told him that I was going to Lloyd's house because I thought that I had told Trey that I was going to Lloyd's house and the AI people were going to come over because I assumed they would. I mean, Lloyd's cooking rent, So I guess I wanted to believe that they would and that everything was normal and everything would be okay. Like the last time that I went over to Lloyd's house for food, everybody was there. And it was just like this intellectual thing, and it was so cool. And I wanted Trey to end up meeting my yoga people, but only when he was acting right, because there's just something off with him. Like, he didn't want me to go out anywhere where there would be guys. His rules were like, no guys, no drinking, no something or other. I don't even remember, but I was like, Trey, literally, these are all the problems I'm having with the rules. Telling me to, think about what's the safest thing. I can't predict what the safest thing is to do because it doesn't comply with your rules. Like, my brain is just like, whatever. And I just can't. I was just starting to really lose it. I don't know.
So you're saying that he threatened you before, and that was on your wedding day?
No, that was the day that I bought my first dress. But then I delayed the wedding so long. Like,
so he thought you were in love with someone else because of your creativity.
Yeah.
And he drew a gun out on himself, but he didn't draw a gun out on you.
Uh-huh.
So you said he has threatened you before, but he said...
Well, I just felt threatened because he had a gun in a car and I was there.
Okay.
And if somebody's going to kill themselves, then obviously they have no respect for life and they can kill you.
Were you in the car with him? Or
yeah, I was in the car with him, so I was afraid for myself more so than him. So
and exactly where was that? Where was that address?
Me? And like everything that I am, like everything that I stand for, like the things he says are on that level of abuse.
Like what?
Like I was gonna invite him to our yoga, like vegan Friendsgiving last year, and then I was like, you know what, Trey, I don't think I can invite you because he said he was gonna bring. Now, I think he said this after, but, like, I just had this vibe that he was going to do something like this. But he's like, yeah, I'm going to come over there, and I'm just going to bring, like, a bloody steak and just, like, throw it on the grill in front of them all. And it's like, okay, a lot of this stuff is so funny, like, but it's really just offensive. I mean...
While Charlotte pours her heart out, describing herself as trapped in a marriage with a possessive and controlling man, Trey tells a very different story, stating that Charlotte has always been a compulsive liar.
I met my wife in high school. Okay. She was in a class. I was too scared to talk to her. She happened to be, we had the same class the next year. I was still too scared to talk to her. I wrote her a note. She never talked back to me, this or that. Turns out she did like me, but she was scared to talk to me. And it was like 3-ish years before we finally talked to one another. She was in with a not so great crowd at that point. It came to a head when she used to smoke marijuana, like everybody did. But the problem was a lot of the people she hung out with did more than that. And on some occasions, she told me later she had done a little bit of meth. But the big thing was I was with her as her friend dropped her and me off at her work. She grabbed a water bottle out of the back and then she started feeling really sick. Well, it wasn't for 2 days. We had to take her home. It wasn't for 2 days that we found out that her friend had put heroin in the water.
No way.
Yeah, it injected a syringe to the top.
Wow.
And I told her it's me or them. Like, I'm not going to sit here and watch you die. Fast forward a while. We had kind of had problems because there was always somebody terrible in her life, and I always tried to do my best to be there. And where she said she wanted to leave me, and I was at work, and I started crying, and they had to call the EAP because I was upset.
Yeah.
She's all I've ever had.
And unlike Charlotte's claims of Trey being the dominant one in the relationship, Trey comes across as someone who's struggling with mental health issues and noticeably low self-esteem.
I never thought anybody at the sheriff's office really liked me, and I still don't.
Really? I mean, it sounds like they're, you know, I don't really know for sure. I just kind of glanced at the call, but it sounded like they were kind of concerned about you.
My lieutenant came out, and he was nice to me, but I know what it's going to be because, I mean, we've done it, and I'm sure y'all have done it too. You talk to somebody, you kind of have a halfway heart-to-heart, and then it's over. And I know I've done it before, and I understand that, and that's what I feel like is happening with them too, but I never really felt part of the group with them, and I haven't had any friends. I've just been inside. And I've had trouble sleeping. I haven't really slept at all in like 4 nights. I got sick. But anyways, I'm working up here. I hate it.
As the interrogation continues, Trey says that it was something that happened around Halloween that made him completely lose faith in anything that Charlotte said.
You're kidding.
But fast forward to now, I guess leading up to tonight, the weekend before Halloween, like the 25th or whatever, she went out to hang out with her friends.
Yeah.
Well, we have to find my person, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
They just changed it to Find My is what I think it says now.
I think is that on the iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, we had always shared locations because she gets all that. Well, after the previous incident years ago, we kind of had, I'm just going to say it, rules about if she went out.
Yeah.
Which were supposed to be no drinking, no guys, you know. If things get weird, call me.
Right.
Well, I sure and all night. She was out, and then the house tonight, she ended up there. And she told me later that she was only there 10 minutes, but with the GPS thing, it was like 2 hours.
Okay.
She told you where she was going?
No.
She didn't?
No.
What did she tell you?
She actually didn't speak to me at all that night. She said she was going out to her friends to, I guess, golf night at the Georgia Theater, I think, is where it was.
And that was back like on the 25th?
I think it was the 25th. It was the weekend right before.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was weird, but then I was like, you know, she was with a few girls. I don't know where they live. Oh, I know where one lives, but I don't know where the other one lives, maybe with that. But then I get home and her car's not there. And so I find out that she got completely plastered. She says that she somehow ended up at that guy's house and that he played her violin and went to sleep, and she waited for an Uber for like 10 minutes. And I was like, no, I saw you when your Uber picked you up like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and I could see it almost in real time going back to the house.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really upset, and I go find her damn cars that she parked on the street in a not so great area, and I was upset about that.
Now, what guy's house?
I don't know his name, the guy from tonight.
Oh, okay.
Because since she was there for so long, it actually updated with the actual street address, not even just the map dot.
Okay.
And there.
Okay. Like an apartment complex or the side of the road? Or?
It was on the side of a road behind an apartment complex that at 7 in the morning, all I could constantly hear was screaming.
Right.
And then it just didn't look great. Weird. And so I got a wrecker, towed it back. Well, she was just acting weird to me after that. And she kept saying, I know him, and nothing happened, and all this and that, but she was acting just like the last time, like when something happened, and she didn't want to tell me and all that.
Yeah.
So we've been dealing with that, and because of that, I was so mad I hadn't gone to my therapist, counselor, or whatever, because I've been seeing her for a few months.
But Charlotte offers a completely different explanation of that incident, insisting that Trey had simply exaggerated everything.
So, have you and your husband had y'all been arguing about anything? Any other person? Tell me about that, because we'll go back to what happened. But I'm just trying to kind of get a history of you and your husband and Lloyd.
Oh, okay.
And
so
I'm trying to kind of get another. Trey didn't know what?
That Lloyd existed.
Okay.
Until the Wild Ruckus Parade in Athens.
When was that?
I think it was like a couple weeks ago. So I went to it. I had 2 mixed drinks, and I have no tolerance for alcohol. So I was looking for my car. Couldn't find it because I don't know Athens that well, because Trey doesn't let me go out a lot. He is very against me going out, doesn't trust me, and this is clearly one of the incidents that has led to him not trusting me. But
so, you said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So
you had 2 drinks No tolerance for alcohol.
Yeah. So.
Where were you again?
In Athens at the Wonder Bar.
Okay.
So I go over to, didn't know that well. I asked Lloyd to give me a ride for my car because it was parked somewhere around North Hall Street. And I remember Trey saying, don't go walking around like in front of the housing and stuff, like in the middle of the night. You're putting yourself in danger.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did Trey know Lloyd that night? You said that was
so Trey found on my phone, he said that, well, he saw my GPS dot was at Lloyd's house for 2 hours, which is ridiculous.
So he was tracking you on your GPS that night?
Yeah, while he was at work.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought he would be busier. So.
Okay.
But mostly I just wasn't thinking that much. I wasn't thinking through it, I guess, enough.
Okay, tell me what happened. To where you're...
Yeah, I went to Lloyd. Well, so Trey, so the next day, or maybe it was that night, Trey's yelling at me like, you were at some guy's house for 2 hours. I saw you on the GPS map or whatever he calls it the map. I guess he said the map. And I'm like, I was literally at Lloyd's house for literally 15 minutes. I have all my Uber stuff on there where you can see. I get to Lloyd's house. Lloyd played his violin for like 5 seconds to show me the newest song that he's been working on. And then I...
So you had an argument?
Yeah.
Was it in person or was it over the phone?
Yeah, Trey and I argued in person, but he still has not met Lloyd. Yeah, when I went home.
Okay,
and
so he didn't know Lloyd at the time. He just knew you were somewhere.
Yeah, this is
for
the
2
first
hours.
time he's ever met Lloyd.
As the interrogation continues, detectives receive the tragic news that Benjamin has died from his injuries. But they choose not to inform Trey and Charlotte just yet, focusing instead on getting details about the events that led to his murder.
Okay. Tell me about tonight.
When Trey got home, I was trying to get out of there real quick, but he was right there in the driveway, and so anyway, but I just told him that, like, I was going to go eat dinner, and I would be right back. And I was. Lloyd invited me over to his house for ribs. So I was going to go over there, and I thought probably some of our AI people would show up, because Lloyd knows this dude who's on the AI team,
No, first of all, who's Lloyd?
Lloyd is my friend.
Okay. Lloydcloer. Okay. How long have you been knowing him?
Like a year. Like, I've known Lloyd. But Trey is so possessive and controlling and doesn't want me talking to guys. And I know it's just to protect me, but I get along with guys better than I get along with girls. So I ended up meeting Lloyd and just talked to him about stupid stuff, like, not stupid stuff. I talked to him about everything because we're friends, but also we're on the same wavelength.
Okay, y'all not lovers?
No,
You're
not at all.
You're platonic friends?
Literally platonic friends.
Okay.
Like, literally never kissed him, never did anything with him, we never even went anywhere with that.
Okay.
That's just like...
Does Trey know Lloyd?
No. Trey doesn't know him.
Never met him?
Never met him.
Okay, so when you had told Trey that you were going to leave and get something to eat and come right back, what time was that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Lloyd's house is like 20 minutes away, so...
What time will we call? Do you know?
It's about 7:30.
Okay.
Well, I have a message to Lloyd saying I'm on my way.
Okay.
I could look up.
So you had talked to Lloyd.
Active.
What do you
so
mean?
he's okay, Lloyd? His little spot is on.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like the green light is on his messenger, and
Okay.
that must mean he's on it, right?
Oh, does that mean he's looking at Messenger right now?
Hopefully.
Okay, so
Because I
what
was
time did you?
worried that he did.
What time
Okay,
did you text Lloyd? And had you all previously talked about meeting up and having something to eat or hooking up or whatever today?
Yeah.
Did he know
right
you were coming
here. 5:09. What have you been up to? Cooking ranch homework, waiting for this girl to message me. His other girlfriend. Not other, but his girlfriend. He has girlfriends because he's single. You know, it's not like that. Like, we talk about, like, girls together. Like, it's not. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's fine.
I'm just
trying to get a timeline.
Okay, so 5:09 is when we talked about it. And then at 5:38, I caught my rabbits and put them back in their hutches so I could come over. So I would say, and he's like, okay, so on way. So I would say I left at like 6 or 6:30 and got to Lloyd's house by 7. Because I mean, we lived.
How long
I
had you
lived
been
like
there
20
before
minutes.
everything happened? Had you just gotten there? Had you been there for an hour?
It had not been an hour.
Okay.
Charlotte goes on to say that out of fear of Trey's temper, she would often delete messages from her friends so that he wouldn't find out about her social life. But this time, she decided to have Trey meet her friend Benjamin Lloyd.
We'll go through what happened if we have any questions.
I was telling Trey about Joey. That was our last subject.
You were telling Trey about Joey?
I mean, I was telling Lloyd.
Okay, that's okay.
Why did I get thirsty?
So you were talking to Lloyd about Joey?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That was my last story, and I had just gotten more ribs, and I couldn't even finish my rib, and Lloyd's laying there on the floor, and I was like, saying something, and then,
So Lloyd is on the floor?
Lloyd's on the floor, laying there.
Just laying on the floor?
Yeah, with his feet up on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here at his table, sitting on a chair, like, eating my rib, talking about stuff. And then once again, I'm the instigator. I'm like, Lloyd, I'm getting really scared. Like, I'm really, really scared. So I got on the floor, and I curled up next to him in a ball. So then Lloyd's got his arm around me, like, he was kind of like laughing, like, I can't.
And why do you say you were really scared?
Because I was getting really scared because I just kept getting all these feelings that Trey was out there. Trey was coming for me, like.
So why didn't you
just leave?
Yeah,
I was gonna leave. But I just wanted like one hug to like get me through, because I knew I was gonna get bitched at by Trey, and it was gonna be a cold, dark, freaking next couple days and bitching and shit. So I just wanted just a little bit of warmth, just a little hug, for like 5 minutes, and then I was gonna go.
However, this is not how Trey remembers the conversation.
AI people is what she said.
What is AI?
I'm assuming artificial intelligence because she works at UGA.
Okay.
And but she said she was gonna go get food. Well, I actually looked at her location to see where she was going, only because I've been sick today and I was hungry. And if she was going somewhere, I was going to act discreetly, can you bring something back?
Right.
And I saw she was there.
She didn't tell you where she was going to get something to eat?
She just said she was going to go meet the AI people, and they were having dinner. I just feel so terrible.
Well, you've definitely got a lot going on.
I should have done this tonight.
Well, I think you just.
And I didn't mean to. Like, I will go ahead and say that. There was no intention of me going there to do this. I ended up driving by because I felt bad and I wanted to see, like, are there a bunch of cars there? There wasn't. There was her car and one other car. And I drove by like 6 or 7 times. And I finally parked wherever my truck was. I don't exactly know what house it was in front of. And I was like, this is wrong. But I need to know for sure. Yeah. She's never been straight with me, and I need to know for sure. And so I locked my truck, and I walked up, and there were some windows that were kind of open, and all I was looking for was there a table? Was there people around? You know, maybe one car picked up a bunch of people.
Right. Where did you park?
It was Pico, or whatever that little side street is, going to 129.
Oh, you didn't park in the driveway?
No, I was afraid because if I was wrong, I didn't want her to see me and be mad. I didn't want it to seem like I was jealous. I didn't want to be crazy, you know. I feel bad, and when I have nobody on my side, you know, she blamed me too after the Halloween thing. She blamed me because she said none of her friends want to see her, and it's my fault she has no friends. And so I walked around, there were a couple windows, I didn't see anything, and then I saw on the front porch there was an open window, and then I see her laying on the couch, and he's behind her, and he's got his arms wrapped around her.
Like they're sitting up? Or?
No, they're laying down.
Oh, okay.
Were they clothed?
They were clothed. I opened the door. And as soon as I opened the door, they both jumped up, and the deer in the headlight looked.
Yeah.
It was locked or open?
It was unlocked. Mm-hmm. And I initially just wanted to yell at both of them. And I looked them both in the eyes, and then she said, he's just a friend, he's just a friend. And I think I said something along the lines of, you don't do that with friends, you know?
Yeah.
That's not just cool.
Yeah, no, that's totally, you're totally right on that.
I had forgotten I had my gun on because that's why I locked my truck. Because I know y'all found all the guns in there.
Was that your work service weapon, or was it a personal?
It was my personal weapon.
What kind was it?
It's a Glock 19, 3rd generation. As dumb as it sounds, everything went in slow-mo at that moment, and it felt like I had no control over any of it. Like, I was being forced to watch it, but I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that.
And I pulled the gun out, and I pointed it at him. And,
where was he at the time?
They were still, if you walk in the front door, and the couch is off to the left, I had taken 2 or 3 steps in the front door, so they were still in front of the couch.
Okay. They were getting up.
Well, they had jumped up as soon as I came in, and then there was another couch with a violin on it, and Charlotte started yelling at me, like, I don't remember what she said, but she was screaming, and she started grabbing at me, and I will say I pushed her, but I was afraid the gun was going to go off because she was clawing all over me, and I was scared, and then he bolted, and I don't know, I didn't even aim it, I was holding it out like that, and I know 2 or 3 rounds, I know 2 or 3 went off, and
inside the house or outside?
Inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
He was running out the front door, and then it was immediate, oh my God.
So when you were shooting him, he was running away?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times did you shoot?
2 to 3 times.
Okay.
Like I said, he was running. I didn't even aim. My arm was just kind of out.
So you didn't have a physical confrontation with him at all? You didn't touch him or anything?
I pulled the gun on him initially, and then he took off. And when he started running, it scared me, and I don't know, like I said, it was still just that situation where I'm watching it happen, but I felt like I didn't have any...
Like you're almost outside your body.
I don't know how to explain it, like, you know, it's like, obviously, I know I'm a person. I know what I'm doing, and I should have control, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything on my own. And he ran out, and I was like, oh, my God.
How far away were you when he was running away and he was shooting?
Maybe from me to you, maybe roughly.
Okay.
When he got to the door, it may have been another couple of feet. I'm not 100%. I was more towards the right by that point.
Was he ever outside when you were shooting?
No. The only shot that was fired while he was outside and I was outside, I didn't know where he was, but I shot the window out of my truck. And I did it because I immediately felt bad. And as dumb as that sounds, that's why I called y'all. I immediately felt bad. I feel like shit. I cannot believe that I did this. And my life is over. Like, and everybody keeps saying you can come back. No. If he's going to be okay, at a minimum, I know roughly charges that I'm facing, and I know what will happen to me. I know. If he's okay.
Did you ever at any time take Charlotte and put her on the other sofa and put your hands around her neck?
I may have at one point. I pushed her down, and I know I held her. I don't know if it was around her neck or not. At that point, I was just worried. I was scared, and she was jumping all over me and pulling stuff, and I still had the gun, and I was just freaked out. And I know she hates me, and I know it's fucked up.
Was the guy saying anything, or?
He ran out, and at this point I told Charlotte I was going to call 911, and I was going to go to the truck to get my shotgun because that's the one I decided to use to kill myself. And I got to the truck, and she had pulled my hoodie off of me. She kept saying, no, we can get through this, and all this and that, and she had pulled my hoodie off of me, and I didn't realize my keys were in the hoodie, I think, and I got there, and when I was grabbing the shotgun, I ended up grabbing my Smith & Wesson .45 that was also on me. I got that because I was worried, and it had a light on it.
Okay.
And after I hit, everything was bleeding, and I just wasn't thinking enough to grab a penny and take it off and use just the light, but I was trying to find him because I felt terrible. And I heard him running, and I heard him yelling somewhere back, and I decided not to approach him because he didn't want me to, obviously. Why would he?
Why you went behind the house?
No, I was just walking around at that point. I knew he was at the neighbor's house.
Okay.
I just was having a meltdown, and I was just kind of walking around, and
because she was with you.
Ted, I was looking at Lloyd's Facebook page, and I'm worried that he died. His mom posted something that was like 32 minutes ago, like she had been writing all this stuff, and then 32 minutes ago she wrote, he's gone. His dad is making arrangements. What does that mean? Are you serious? Lloyd died? This can't be real. And he was at such close range. This is my fault for getting him involved. Lloyd was just trying to stand up for me. He was just trying to tell me to have a good life and to do what... Oh my God. This cannot. I just found out that dude died. I just found out Lloyd. I don't know if It's not, did he die?
Yeah, he did. They couldn't save him.
I just saw it on Facebook that it said 38 minutes ago.
What did it say? Or what
His
Facebook
mom
page?
posted on Lloyd's Facebook.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess the doctors couldn't save him.
How many times was he shot?
That I don't know, because I haven't been out to the hospital. But
what am I gonna do?
I don't know. I can't really.
I just can't believe this. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do anything Trey says. I don't want to talk to any of these people. I don't care that I'm living in his house. He just killed the one person that understood me. He killed him.
At least some of them are supportive to help you get through it.
Any of them, though.
No.
I'm only close with Lloyd. He's the only reason I wanted to go anywhere. Just to see him. That's why I would put myself in danger just to see him, because he just made me feel better about everything. And I knew I wasn't going to see him for a little while, but I figured if I just got this one hug from him and then I just left. But then he was like, oh, let's just lay on the couch because I want cuddles. And if I had just left, maybe he wouldn't have got shot.
Yeah, I'm sorry I went this way. I'm sorry the night went this way. I'm sorry that a bad night just got worse for you. Well, you know, there's 1,000 different ways to what if and kind of think about what could be different, but it went the way it went, and it's unfortunate, and I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this now.
It would be okay.
I never hurt anybody. I've tried so hard not to.
I was always a kid that got beat up on. I've been accused of being a too nice cop because I won't fight with people. I've only had one taser deployment, and it was a drive stun, and it didn't work, and I got the living shit beat out of me in the jail for it.
Charlotte says you never, ever hit her.
Never. And then one point when I got the shotgun, in the MP 45, I scanned the yards. I didn't see him, but then I heard where he was, and I was like, okay, he's there, and I went over to her to tell her that no matter what, I always love her. And but when she rolled down her window, she said something like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" But I think she said something else that made me think that she was thinking I was going to do something to her. I told her I couldn't believe she thought that I could ever do anything to her.
Maybe she just didn't know.
I can understand. I'm shocked.
She even said that you even told him that he was going to be okay, that they're on their way.
I said, he yelled at it. I said, I'm so sorry. And then when they got there, I still want to kill myself, but I wanted to kill myself then, and I don't know how y'all do things, but if we had a situation like that anywhere else I worked, if I went inside his house and I was only going to sit there until I could see people running, then they could go extract him, because I wanted to kill myself, but I wanted to. The only few people in my life that meant anything, I wanted to tell them that. And so I was sitting there telling my aunt and people from Statesboro.
You were making phone calls to them?
I've always been kind of mediocre at best. And then I went to the door still with the shotgun, because the worst thing I wanted was. The two worst things I wanted were to be y'all to shoot me, because for two reasons. One, if I didn't die, But two, I don't want anybody bearing that responsibility, and that's why I told y'all to dispatch too. I would not hurt a single one of y'all, which obviously y'all can't trust, but still, I would never hurt any law enforcement or anything like that. And I wanted to make sure that, but and then while I was in there, I getting really close to killing myself because I was still pacing all around, and I happened to walk by his bedroom, and I looked in, and there's his bed, and there's condoms and lube and all this stuff on the side, like on his before?
Or when you're in the house waiting for the 911 to show up and all?
Before I surrendered.
Okay.
And that's just kind of, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
You don't just have that stuff. And I was just so upset, and then I went outside, and I should have just shot myself.
As the detectives make note of Trey's confession, in the other room, Charlotte tells investigators her version of the truth about what really happened before Trey barged into Benjamin's house.
Well, then Lloyd's like, do you want to just, lay on the couch? Horrible idea. I'm like, I guess Lloyd's maybe in pain or something. I'm like, okay, we'll lay here for a second. And then I just stopped talking, and I was like, I better not fall asleep. This is what happened last time.
How long were y'all on the couch laying beside each other?
Were
y'all holding each other?
No, Trey, fuck. Lloyd had his arms around me.
On the couch?
On the couch. Fully clothed. Never done anything. It's not like that. And, Lloyd said, oh, I want cuddles too. Friend cuddles, whatever, which I guess that's kind of borderline. We probably shouldn't have done that. I mean, obviously we shouldn't have done that.
You had your clothes on too?
Totally clothes. I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to get some more, and then I'm going to go, And I should have just gone right then, but all of a sudden Lloyd heard something, and he sat up, and I started to sit up, and the door comes open, and Lloyd jumps up off of the couch. I jump up off of the couch, and all of a sudden I see Trey, and he's in his red sweatshirt, and he's screaming at me, and then he started screaming, "You cheating bitch!" And I kept saying, he's a friend, it's not like that, and he was like, you've been lying to me, and he said something like, I think he said you hurt me at one point, but maybe that was outside when he said you hurt me so bad. I'm not sure. But he was yelling at me about something. I don't know. I think that was what he was yelling at me about. But I guess what happened, he
just take your time and think about what happened.
Just take a big deep breath and take a second to kind of play through in your head like a movie, and then pick up there.
Once I got up off of the couch and he was yelling at me, somehow, I'm trying to think where Lloyd was during all of this, but it's not really clear. I think Trey had shoved Lloyd.
So he came in,
something.
your husband screamed at you and said you were cheating
and he said, I saw you. I was looking through the window and I saw he had his arm around you. And I was like, it was just a hug. He's just a friend. It's not like that. And I don't know if he was shoving Lloyd or something, but Lloyd was still over there by the couch, I think. but I could tell Lloyd was trying to get to the door.
Okay, the front door?
Which was still open. And I was still trying to tell Trey that Lloyd was just a friend, and I was like pushing on him with my arm, and Trey got me on the other couch, and he put his hands around my neck and was screaming, Eugene, bitch, all this shit. And I guess he had put his gun away to do this to me.
Well, tell me where the gun was when he pulled it out. At what point did he pull the gun out?
I think he had pulled it out after he realized that, I guess Lloyd was lingering right.
Or do you know?
Yeah,
because
Lloyd doesn't lock his door.
So it was unlocked. But y'all were really afraid. You were really afraid because you were looking out, but the door is yet unlocked.
Right.
You didn't lock the door.
Well, it's not my house. I don't want to lock myself in anywhere, ever.
Yeah, but you're afraid of your husband, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't feel so afraid that you didn't lock the door.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, because the last time I was at Lloyd's house, I had the same feelings, and Trey didn't show up.
But Trey didn't knock at the door? Okay, he just comes in. Now, do you remember if he had a gun?
I mean, there was a noise at the door, like he hit it to get in.
No one will ever know whether Benjamin and Charlotte planned anything more than cuddling on the couch, and Benjamin will never be able to share his side of the story. He had never met or threatened Trey before and was simply a victim caught in the crossfire of a failing marriage that had spiraled out of control.
I'm afraid I've screwed up my life too much. There's no second chance that I'm going to go away for a really long time.
Well, I mean, it's difficult to predict that.
And everything's going to be gone when I come back. But he's always going to have been shot. He's always going to have felt that pain. He's always going to have felt that fear. But I never wanted to cause that for anyone.
No, I believe you. I mean, I totally see what you're just going over there that she was.
No, and I shouldn't have gone over there. I'll tell you straight out, I shouldn't have gone.
After nearly 3 years of pre-trial proceedings, Winford Trey Adams accepted a plea deal in March of 2022. The agreement dropped the malice, murder, and home invasion charges, but still held him fully accountable for Benjamin's murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years, along with a concurrent 10-year sentence for aggravated assault.